What's going on? Are we live? It says we're live. Do you know what? Sorry about this, folks, but we're having technical difficulties right now. But here we go with the countdown. Sorry about that. Okay, we're officially live. Well, we were live just there, but right, see, this is what happens, right? Boomer moment right here. So I was having a little bit of a chat backstage with obviously my co-host tonight, I should say, and we ran over a little bit of time. So what happened was the Facebook links that I had up, they decided to say we're not going on Facebook. So when I pressed the live button, this whole crap came up StreamYard on the screen, right? So I couldn't go into the trailer. I realized I had to actually press the screen to get rid of it so I could do the trailer. So there you go, boomer moment. But we're here. So welcome everybody to the Tartar Zone for New Who Zone, and we're here for the Poison Sky. I can't believe what a way to start off. What a way to start off. That is funny. That's funny. Right, let's bring on my co-host, and I will get my PlayStation on actually ready to go first. Actually, hold on. Just because it's on my PlayStation, which is good. Oh, weird thing as well, right? You might hear a weird noise in the background. That happens to be our fridge. Either it all in the winter it's fine, yeah, but in the summer, well, I should say the spring, it starts making these weird noises. So you might start hearing weird noises in the background. Actually, later on after this stream, I'm going to be working on a video as well. Um, I'm going to be talking about the Christopher Eccleston stuff, but not at the angle that people are going to think I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about how the other side um, have reacted to the fact that we haven't reacted to it. And I'm going to give an interesting take on that. I think we already know on this channel by me talking to you guys and you guys talking to me, what I understand what's going on in the fandom is that you actually don't care what Christopher Eccleston has said anymore. And the reason why you don't care what Christopher Eccleston has said is because this is not the first time we've heard something about canon from someone that's either worked on the show in the past or written for the show. But also, it's because fans just don't care anymore. See, fans' attitude is this, from what I've been gathering over these last couple of months, because this has only recently been happening the last couple of months that fans don't care. Now, fans can claim that they care, they haven't cared for the last 2 years, but deep down they have, because that's why they watch the watch-alongs. That's why they still talk about Doctor Who. But I've noticed these last couple of months there has been a real change in the fandom. And they don't care. And why should they care when the people that are in charge of the show and people that used to work on the show keep talking about how canon needs to be destroyed, right? You've been telling them for the last 3 years that they're no longer part of this fandom. So I'll be going into a lot more detail. After this stream, I will be doing a bit of a pre-record video, and then I'll be looking at it from that angle. I don't care what Christopher Eccleston said, to be quite honest with you. At the end of the day, people like himself who have worked on the show, it's not the first time they've come out and said something about Cannon. What's interesting for me is that how some people out there on the other side have roped Jodie Whittaker into this and saying, well, if Jodie Whittaker said this, then not my doctors would be going mad and stuff like that. See, they're trying to bait fans, but they should be worried. And this will be my point of this stream. I'm going to educate these people because they don't realize how bad it actually is. And I'm going to explain how bad it is and explain to these people why fans don't care what Christopher Eccleston said anymore. Fans are done. Until Chris Chibnall and this era is completely gone, and he's gone, and then the fans will assess and see who they bring in. And if they judge that it's not good enough, they're not coming back ever again. So that's the predicament that they're in. And fans out there that were hoping that we would all react, you didn't get the reaction because fans don't care anymore. Right, let's get on to this new Who Watch Along. I'd like to bring on my co-host for tonight's Watch Along. He's back. It's the one and only PD Rich.
Hello, Noel. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad, too bad, Paul.
I'll just give a little shout out. Daniel, thanks ever so much for covering for me last week. I really do appreciate it. I was very busy. I'm literally becoming like a Texas Ranger on YouTube.
Yeah, there's Daniel there. I just want to say, last night there was a bit of an incident, but it's all been sorted. I just want to make that clear. It has all been sorted. But again, it does highlight what I've been highlighting over the last couple of weeks, and especially with mental health and bullying. Now, see, this all started because Daniel had written something and it was retweeted, and then it snowballed from there. Again, I will say to people out there, now I know this situation is resolved, but I just want to say to you guys on the other side that do usually do that sort of thing on a regular basis, maybe you should look at the impact you're having on someone's mental health. Like I said the last time, you do not realize when you do something like that, people pile onto that person and then it becomes very nasty very quickly. And that affects someone's mental health. Now, I don't know how many times I have to say it, I don't know how many times I have to bring it up, but this behavior is not going to be tolerated. So next week at some stage, I just want to give everybody about a week or two. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a stream, right? It's going to be a bit like the Tarda Zone talks, except the difference is going to be is you guys that are in the live chat that have had experiences with this sort of nastiness in the fandom, I would like you to come on and tell you your story. Now, if you don't want to come on, I would like people out there to actually write to me. Either I will put up a video to announce that stream, and underneath that video, if you want to give your story, tell your story, you can leave a couple of comments. Make sure if you're doing it, put it in paragraphs so I can read it out. I'll read it out live on the stream. So if you don't want to come on because you're too shy, you can send me a private DM, a private message on Messenger. Let me know about your experience in the fandom. And if you can give some examples as well, that'll be pretty great. Now, what I mean by examples is like, tell me what you posted up that actually triggered this other side. I don't want any names of people or anything like that. I just want you guys to tell your story and tell people how bad it is actually in fandoms. Now, this isn't just happening in the Doctor Who fandom. It's happening in a lot of other fandoms, but it's also happening in society as well. There's a lot of bullies out there. So I want to highlight the issues. I also want to talk about the impact that it's had on you as well. To let these people realize and to let others know out there that they're not alone, that this sort of behavior carries on all the time and it goes unchecked. So as the other bigger YouTubers right now are busy fighting Hollywood and Disney and all of that, I'm going to do a stream to highlight this very important issue because as I said a few weeks back, I do believe that mental health issues and the bullying ties into this are the biggest issues that we have in fandom and society right now. So I do believe it needs to be highlighted. So I'll give it 2 weeks before we do it. If people want to write to me, you're more than welcome to write to me. Let me know. Share your experience and I'll read it out on air. Or if you want to come on live. And remember, guys, you can come on and, you know, you don't have to show your face. You can obviously, like, you know, people know who you are. Obviously, if you leave your name up on StreamYard. But you don't have to show your face if you don't feel comfortable. Remember that you can be like me and PD Rich there, where we have our avatars. I just want to hear what a kind of experience you've had out there. I think it needs to be highlighted, and I think other people in the fandom need to hear what's going on and how it impacts all you guys. So yeah, I want to do that. I'm very serious about it. Listen, as I said, that Caroline Flack interview actually had a huge impact on me. It brought back all the stuff that I was going through, and you know, I'm serious about this. This whole thing needs to stop. Retweeting someone's tweet because you want people to pile on, and I know this issue has been resolved, but the fact that it happens time and time again, every day of the week, 7 days a week, is uncalled for, and it needs to be called out, and it needs to be highlighted, and it will be. So, as I said, if you have anything you want to say, you are more than welcome to come on or write to me. Right, that's the serious part out of the way. So now we're gonna get ready for this episode. So it's part 2 of the Sontaran double bill. We're on the Poison Sky PD.
Yep.
Before we watch, were you a fan of this story?
I actually did. I liked it. I know you hate the Sontarans of this, but I loved them. I don't know why. I think they just got the right characters for it. They got the guy from One Foot in the Grave and Dan Starkey, and I just thought they were just such good characters.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't as last week. Now watching back, I wasn't as annoyed about the Sontarans actually as I was when I first seen them. But yeah, I still don't know. I still don't like the design though. I have to be honest. Do you know what I was saying? The suit would have looked better if it was a darker color.
Yeah, I mean,
that they had. If it was a darker color, then it probably would have worked.
It was nice to see them again, though.
It was, yeah, very, very.
Since the 2 Doctors, and then suddenly they come back. It's like, wow, you know.
Yeah, well, that was RTD for you, wasn't it? He knew how to win back the classic fans the proper way, though. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, people might not like the design because there was a lot of complaints. I have to admit about the design, but overall, people were just like yourself, delighted to see this on.
Yeah, it was just nice to see him again. I mean, I like a store like turn into Strax. I just love Dan Starkey. Oh,
right. Yeah. So, PD, are you watching it on DVD?
Yep, certainly am. Right. What do you got it on?
Right, so I'm watching it on DVD too. So,
okay.
We'll watch the recap first.
Okie dokie, yeah.
Right, so I'm going back to the recap.
Okay.
Right, I'm bringing you back to Earth and all of that. Right.
Yeah.
Right, so I have that ready to go. Right, is everybody in the chat ready to go? And we'll get this going for you. I want to try get it done before Charlotte needs to leave as well, which we will actually because it's only 10 past. But we'll be cutting a fine. But it's at least you'll be able to give her rating as well in the chat. So please, so I'm paused at the recap with a picture of Martha on the phone. It's an excellent picture. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. I'm at 0000000, so it's got a black screen.
Yeah, I've got the black screen, but the next picture will be literally Martha. So, right, we've got ones in the chat. Right, PD, if you want to do the honors, my friend.
Okay, haven't done it for a while, but so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start your engines.
Doctor, it's Martha, and I'm bringing you
home. Good for it to come back, though.
Yeah, I'm glad she was brought back because
Yeah,
you know, she was a good companion.
yeah.
Underrated. Actually, did you see the post I threw up? Someone was trying to make the point. I'll read it to you sometime.
Yeah,
Tried to make the point that Rose was a better companion than Martha, right? And listing the reasons why Rose was. So then the responder to the post then says, well, this is what Martha did, right?
yeah.
How can you say that Martha? Because they tried to say that Martha was a boredom companion. So
No, she
they
wasn't.
made the point.
Good
So
companion.
Martha walked the earth for a
Yeah,
year. Martha saved the doctor twice. Martha
yeah,
did this, Martha did that, right?
yeah,
Shakespeare fell in love with her and blah blah
yeah,
blah. And here was, yeah. And I was like, mic drop.
yeah. Exactly.
Oh, this we were saying it last week about this title sequence.
I love this title sequence.
Oh, still do. Do do do.
Yeah,
The best companion doctor duo in New Who.
yeah,
I think the chemistry was right. I think, there was none of that love interest rubbish. It was just
yeah,
proper friends, proper mates.
yeah,
And here's Wilf, PD. So you come back a nice time because Wilf is about to make
yeah.
his appearance again. Oh, there she goes.
I don't think they smashed like that, but
In fairness, right? Why did she
yeah,
smash the windscreen anyway? Why didn't she just smash the passenger bleeding side?
it wouldn't smash like that as well. It's laminated.
Oh, that's right. That's right with windscreens. That's why they don't break like that because there is
Yeah,
a lamp in the air.
yeah, they're laminated. The old Torchwood music. Sorry, the old unit music playing.
NATO defense system.
Yeah, it's Christian Cook. Trying to remember what he was in before Doctor Who.
I love Wilf though. Go with him. Go
Yeah,
with him.
yeah,
Sweetheart. Go with him. Don't mind your mother. That's why I love Wilf. Because do you know why? Right, Wilf. Do you know even at the end when Donna's mind gets wiped and all, and he brings her back, and then the doctor
yeah,
explains what you had to do, and then Wilf's response is, "But she was
yeah,
better with you. She was, because
yeah,
that's why he encouraged her because she did become a better person because before
yeah,
she was just, it's Donna, Dozy Donna, it was that, but she
yeah,
had, you know what I mean? She accomplished things.
yeah.
She saved the bloody universe, I should say, actually. The Doctor Donna.
I'm trying to remember what Christian was in. He was in a sci-fi on ITV. I can't remember which one.
The face on
Oh
this
yeah, Demons. He was in Demons.
demons.
Yeah, didn't last long.
I love the way RTD always, uh, when he did the American news, always had her, and then
Yeah,
Moffat carried on the tradition as well. It was
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah. What the Shell Carl? Yeah, she's Shell Carl. Yeah, just froze her.
You gotta love the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
I mean, still when Moffat took over, it still had the magic, though. I think that's
Yeah, it did. It did. No, look, and Moffat's only problem was is that he tried to be too clever sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes it worked and sometimes it fell
yeah,
short. But you know what? One thing I will give him, he always kept
yeah,
us at the edge of our seats and entertained at least. And
yeah,
yeah, we bitched and moaned near the end, but I
yeah.
think he'd even admit himself that he probably should have left a lot
I
sooner.
think we turned into comic book guy a bit. We got a bit too much of what we wanted. We just when you get too much of something, too much of a good thing, it becomes a bad thing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what really happened to
We're
us.
lucky with New Who, though. I mean, look at it.
Yeah,
Since it came back, it's been a global hit. I mean,
yeah,
in fairness, in the late 80s, you ask any Doctor Who fan if they actually thought that Doctor Who would come back and be a success again, they probably would have laughed at you back
yeah. I would
then.
have said no, especially the wilderness years. Yeah,
I mean, to come back the way it did, hit the ground running the way it did, it was lightning in a bottle. You're never going to recreate
yeah,
that. And I think this is what BBC tried to do with the latest era. I think they did try to capture lightning in a bottle by making the changes that they did. But
yeah.
unfortunately, it wasn't lightning in the bottle that you needed, BBC. What you needed was you just needed good writers.
That's
Moffat
it.
had become stale. That was it. That was it. Good writers. Maybe, new Doctor, if you wanted to. I know
Yeah.
fans would have probably still wanted Peter to stay
Yeah.
on.
I mean,
But
I still see Whitaker as an experiment, but I just think it is a failed experiment, and people just don't like that. Some people love to think will completely side with me, and some people just say it's not what it was.
well, in a few months' time, anyway, because we'll be getting close to whether
Yeah,
she's leaving or not. This will be the
yeah,
time. In a few months from now, or a good few months from now, we'll either know if the next Doctor is going to be another woman, which means if it is another woman, then they don't believe the experiment has failed.
yeah,
Um, but I don't
yeah,
think they'll go with a white male now. Actually,
yeah.
I think they'll go with a black male, and I've no problem with that. It's because as I
I
said,
want to
Rick
see Aowade. I really want to see
Ayoade, yeah,
Aowade.
he's my number one choice because
Yeah.
some people find him boring. Someone just sent me
Oh,
a
you got to
message.
watch him with Nathan Barley. He's
Saying, "Oh, he's
great in that.
boring," but to me, I don't think so. But he will divide people. But
Yeah. He's got to be. If he's in the right situation, he's just magic. But if he's in the wrong situation, he is boring. They get it right. They get the balance right of him. He'll be absolutely perfect.
I think so. I think he can do that. I think he will surprise a lot of people if given it. But I
Yeah,
doubt they'll go with him. They'll go with someone that we probably haven't even mentioned.
yeah.
They might go with Adrian Lester, actually.
Yeah. But as you said, though, you've just got to have good writers with it, though, or else there's absolutely no point.
That's what I mean.
Oh, a little hint of rose
Yeah,
there.
we got the little all the way through this.
Yeah,
We've been getting little hints of Rose or the bees
yeah,
disappearing.
yeah. Dan Starkey there, so next to him. Bloody love Starkey in this. I love the way they're dwarfs as well. They've got like chips on their shoulders. They're not actually dwarfs. They're just very short, played by very short actors. They just, they've been tall for the past classic series, and now they're short. Shows that something's going wrong with the genetic bank. Yeah. Yeah. If you play the second series of the adventure games that was released, you get to see the Rootons.
I love the way the Doctor just.
Yeah. So it's cartoons. So did a master. Let me get inside it.
I love our reaction though. Very clever though.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a tick though, to believe.
Yeah.
You know, like he was smart, but you know what I mean? A smart tick.
He was narcissistic with it. Really narcissistic.
Yeah.
Reminds me of some of the students I was used to be at university with. Played by Ryan Sampson. He used to be in a lot of the children's stuff on BBC. He was with Nicholas Lyndhurst last time I saw him. Just a minute. Yeah, he was with Danny Harmer and Lucas Lyndhurst last time I saw him.
We could build and breed and prosper.
Yeah. Really is playing the old scientist trope. If you don't know how to use it.
Yeah, that was his problem. Like he had all those brains, but he decided to use it for evil, right? And it's never going to work out. It doesn't. If you have a special talent, you should always use it for good if you can.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in technology and computers and stuff like that and science.
Yeah.
Should always want to strive to make humanity better.
Yeah, but look at what the tech companies are doing now. Not going too far into it, but you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's getting ridiculous now. But
yeah, they want to make humanity better by force, and it's like it doesn't always work.
Oh, she's ringing our granddad now with that old flip phone that I used to have. So that phone that she has there, I had one of those flip phones.
Yeah.
That's when phones were cool, believe it or not, because the very first mobile phone I had was a big block thing. It was a Motorola.
I think I had a Sony Walkman phone was the first one.
You had a Sony Walkman, did you?
A Sony Walkman phone, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a Sony Ericsson I think I first had.
Ah, the little Sony Ericsson phones or the big one? Well, the Sony Ericsson got smaller eventually, but they were
the Mars bar one, I think, for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I know the one. Do you
Yeah,
remember
for a
they used to
long
do them
time.
real skinny as well? Do you remember that? I used to get real skinny phones
Yeah,
and
and it
like
was
tiny ones.
baby blue case. I had it. And I went on to the Motorola for clamshell.
Yeah.
I
Best
went to,
phone I ever had, and I still say this to this day, was the Nokia 33.
oh yeah,
What was it? The 3310.
3310. Yeah,
Best phone ever. Listen, they brought them back. They even retroed them. They did. They brought them back. They did
yeah.
because
The
they're popular.
Razor V3 got a retro, didn't it? A neoclassical to redesign.
Yeah. It's a pity what happened, Nokia. They're
Yeah,
starting to come back now, but Nokia really suffered. They did out of all the phone companies. Nokia, everybody nearly had a Nokia at one stage, but they made some very bad decisions, and the
yeah.
company ended up.
Aren't they working with Lenovo now, or is that Motorola? One of them is working with Lenovo.
Yeah, I do know that Nokia don't run by themselves anymore. They are
Yeah,
in conjunction with someone else, but they've kept the Nokia name.
yeah. I remember my might be secretly be a rebadged Nokia. They're good. They take a bloody knock their smartphones.
Yeah. You can
There
go
is a
into one of those old phone shops and get one of those old Nokias, and still to
yeah,
this day, the battery life on them. Listen, man,
yeah.
you charge that baby up, you get a week out of it.
I know. Takes 2 days. I got recharged my phone now.
The new phones now, like you fully charge that up, and you do it right. You do it by the
Yeah,
guidelines and all, like they say, and you charge that right because the battery degrades from day one. Remember that.
yeah.
So, like, what would you get out of a modern phone now if you were on the phone
Get
constantly?
roughly 60 hours. That's not for probably about a day at most. 24
Yeah,
hours if you're
there you
lucky.
go. There you go. And then think about it. The
Yeah,
longer you have that phone, the more you charge it, the battery degrades, so you're getting
yeah,
less time every time.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I get about 68 if I don't really use it, but 68 hours if I'm lucky.
someone asked for a timestamp, problem being, uh,
17 minutes, 34 seconds.
there you go. Yeah, give me a Nokia. Listen, if the world ends, man, get a Nokia phone. Get a
Yeah.
Nokia phone. Be the
As
best
if the
way.
satellites survive.
Well, yeah. Well,
Or was
then
this bit of
buy one of
brick?
those radio receivers. Actually, I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy one of them because I'm
yeah,
serious. I think things are gonna
yeah,
get really bad.
yeah. I think they are.
I think
Hearing
people.
what's happening just to the north of you, Dole, yeah, I think things are going to get really bad.
Yep, yep. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
do.
Listen to Ninja Knight going into it as well. Like, my God.
See,
Yeah.
this was always going to happen. It was always going to
We've
happen
been
when
saying this the past 2 years. All of us. Oh. I think at the end
well,
of all this, we'll be sitting there with our hands on our chins going, I told you so.
well, listen. The next few months are crucial, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing: you either you either resolve it as quickly as possible, or
Yeah.
unfortunately, and I hate to say this, you're gonna go back to a time in the mid 90s, and we don't
Yeah.
want that again. Before there was peace, we don't want to go back to
Yeah.
that because it's not good for the people of Northern Ireland. They've had peace, and now that
Yeah.
peace is under threat because obviously the British people, in my opinion, made the right choice anyway. I just wish we had followed just out, but we
Yeah.
didn't. But I do believe he's made the right choice. But because of that, there's been consequences with the north of Ireland.
I
Listen,
know.
there's either two ways to resolve this. Either the north of Ireland officially becomes part of the one country, which I mean United
Yeah.
Ireland,
Yeah.
or they try and come up with a solution that keeps all
Yeah.
parties happy. But I just don't. Nobody's going to give too much away. That's the
But
thing.
you don't want the third option. You don't want the third option.
Or the third option will be, yeah,
Unification with the UK. Don't think you want that.
no, because then the Republicans won't be happy with that.
Yeah, there'd be a civil war, mate.
And then if the Republicans start up again, the
Yeah.
Unionists will start up their side again. And then before
Yeah.
you know it, they've come a long way.
Yeah.
For a while there, it was touch and go. There was still beatings happening, if you remember, even after was peace.
Yeah.
And then, but that kind of all disappeared, and it looked like they were finally getting
Yeah.
somewhere, and the north of Ireland could finally move on as a peaceful place to live. I just
Yeah.
pity the kids.
Yeah.
That's and don't get me wrong, I do pity the adults because they live through it every day as well. But I
Yeah.
do pity them.
Not good for anyone, this.
There's no need for violence.
Yeah.
But if it's not resolved, wherever which side, and if they're not happy with it, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but I think there will be, and
Yeah.
it's.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at your situation. I'm laughing at Strax.
I know
Scott.
this is war.
Yeah, I love those. I love those rifles. They're absolutely brilliant. They made the Sontaran rifles. They're one of the best props I think they've prop weapons are made. If you look at the triggers and all that, they're made for Sontaran hands. They're brilliant. Same with the figures. Yeah, but as you were saying, yeah, I hope I don't want to see
because Ross is dead.
Yeah, I don't want to see another war between the North and South.
No, well, listen. I mean, the Republic of Ireland is pretty laid back when it comes to the north of Ireland, but we're all kind of sitting up now, taking notice of this because we just don't want the north of Ireland to go back to the way they were. There's no need to, and I would say to Boris Johnson, get your finger out your backside, man.
We've been saying that to him for the past year, mate.
You're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be the one that's supposed to give a solution to everybody that resolves this. But no, like everything else, you're a bloody idiot.
That's why I didn't vote for him. So I didn't vote for him because I knew there'd be problems in Ireland. Yeah, and I didn't want them.
Kids, there's kids now that have been born in Northern Ireland that don't even know anything about the troubles. And
there's kids born that don't know nothing about World War II. Not even taught it properly anymore. It's ridiculous. How can you learn from mistakes if you don't know about the mistakes? Oh, I don't know.
Look at him. He's crying. Well, what did you think was going to happen? They're aliens. They've got self-interest. They're not going to help a human like you.
Exactly. This is like every British Prime Minister at the end of their term. I'll just breed more.
Justice for Ross, says Problem Bing's devastated because Ross, his soldier boy, got shot.
Christian was his face. Demons,
Well,
no, it lasted 6 seasons, 6 episodes. Demons. It just wasn't very successful. Because he was doing this and Doctor Who at the same time. I prefer him in this, though. It's only 2 episodes.
Queen Charlotte says, forgot how much Ten shouted in this, LOL. Yeah, he does shout a lot in this one.
Yeah.
He does. See, old Donna, right? See, this is the thing. She's been with him a while now.
Yeah.
But old Donna would never have done this. See, this is what's clever about RTD's writing. He's shown our character. She would never have done this.
Yeah, she has a very, 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 very good character arc. Yeah, she's completely changes her, and that's what but she has a memory wipe. That's why it's so bad. It's so severe because she grows as a character, she becomes better person, goes back to being old Donna again.
See, Donna wouldn't have done this. She said she's even scared, but old Donna would not have done this. She would have screamed actually when she opened the door and been caught.
TARDIS mallet.
That's it. And she gets it right in the...
Yeah, right in the probic vent.
Oh, what a shot!
Uh,
Of course, you've got three fingers. And see, he kept telling her how brilliant she was.
yeah. I'm gonna do the mummy joke in a minute.
I do love this part though, because you get to see the deadly thing with the Valiant in this one.
Yeah.
And Daniel says that's like a boot in the to them. Yes, yes, Daniel.
That bit. Love
It
that
is
bit.
indeed, mate. It is indeed.
Do you know what the stupidest thing about this is? Those rifles do not fire that kind of ammunition. They don't fire caseless rounds.
I do love this though, the Valiant. The
Yeah.
way it just comes down.
I just love looking at his face and that mask.
This is deadly looking though. That is just clever though.
Yeah.
Look at that. Because he was. He was, of course he was.
I do miss Unit though.
Yeah. I know. I don't know what your man was thinking, but we won't get into that. But yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah, I heard the rumours.
Yeah. You have to have Unit is part. Look, it's Unit is part of Doctor Who, and when they were brought back, they become part of New Who. So
Yeah.
they should always be.
That sound effect is available in a sonic screwdriver from the One Company. Oh, do love Starkey in this.
Una was never the same without the Brigadier. I agree with you, but I did like the modern
Oh, I'd like Kate.
unit as
It
well,
was a
though.
different type of unit. It was a modern
Yeah,
unit. It was less military and a bit more scientific.
but I do like the classic. Obviously, always will. But the new unit is good. Oh.
Double eagle or something. What's that about Doctor Who not having diversity again?
Yeah, there was no
So,
diversity. I know strong lead female.
yeah, she's strong. She's even stronger at the end of the season. She was strong at the end of season 3 as well. Oh, there goes Dan Starkey.
Wonderful. You're about to die, mate. There's nothing wonderful about that.
They're like Klingons, though, aren't they? They think the death is the ultimate release, but like samurai as well.
See, I mean, look, people argue about Martha. I mean, she was bloody clowned as well. What more do
Yeah,
you want?
yeah. She's a great character. Missing planet again.
Imagine if you gave them Earth in 2021
Yeah.
and let the Sontarans clown themselves. Well, then you would have non-binary.
Yeah. It's like, even in the Asgard and Stargate were technically
Oh, it's
non-binary, and no
ridiculous.
reproductive organs. Didn't need them, they're clones. Not much fun though.
Like, I mean, look, I mean, it's just brilliantly done. And then the music comes back. Martha's theme, as I
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
The ring.
I wonder if the clone's gonna turn to white goo like a ganger.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, shame we don't see Dan Starkey as Sontaran again until was it season 7 series 6? Series 6 part 1. Yeah.
I love this part though.
Yeah. The boy takes out his hand and throws it across the
Look at him,
room.
he's like a lost little boy. Look at him though.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine. Imagine if our Earth really looked like that. That would be.
Yeah.
That's not going to help. Smoke it's in either way.
Yeah.
Mondo Luca. I love their faces when they see the explosion.
Yeah. I know that location. Looks like Greenwich.
This is brilliant, though.
Yeah. Bang.
Very well done. Of course, with fire like that, there would be damage, though. So, look at that shot.
Yeah.
Look at
I
his
should have
face.
stuck with one foot in the grave.
All their plans gone.
Yeah. Doctor Forever.
And then Russell T, because he has to get the
Yeah.
Britishness in, has the old flag in the background there.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. I actually thought you know,
It's honorable
there
sacrifice.
could
This.
be yeah, I thought there was a chance because
Yeah. It wasn't it? Was it either Torchwood or Sarah Jane did this in the alternate future?
no, that was same story. Turn left, turn
Yeah,
left.
turn left, coming up, turn
Doctor
left.
Who, yeah,
That was a brilliant episode.
I was. She has to give them a choice. Oh, look at that though. I do love the ship.
Yeah.
They're like, I hate to say it, but they're like suicide bombers.
Yeah.
There's no reasoning with them. They've got
Yeah.
their ideology and that's it.
That's it.
Yes. Have to say, what a way to redeem yourself, though.
Yeah.
What a way to redeem yourself. He's still an idiot, but what a way to redeem yourself. Sontarans do tend to be easily defeated. Maybe that's
Yeah.
why they did the Sontaran experiment back in the day, so they could improve their strategy. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what. Apparently, that's what it's going to be happening in the new series. Is they're coming down to look at human tactics and human behavior. Maybe
What will they find now?
we'll just have to wait and see how they do them.
Yeah. Let's introduce the. Let's introduce they them.
Yeah, I know.
On Twitter, on this Twitter fun thing.
I know. Some of these rumors have been
Yeah.
out there, but nothing's possible with this current showrunner.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, I can't wait till it's all over now because the piss taking in 10 years' time is going to be extreme.
I know. I love the way Will get very emotional all the time.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
See, he knows she's better for it.
Yeah.
Even though she is in danger and all, he knows she's better for it. It's making her a better person. Because
Yeah.
he said, aw.
Oh yeah, she goes on a. That's right.
Oh, the next episode.
Doctor's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like this story.
I thought it was all right.
David Tennant's future Mrs.
She just changed her name as well. She's now called Georgia Tennant.
Yeah. I did love this though. When I seen this, I says, "What's the TARDIS doing? Like, what? Why is it just gone into flight? Because that didn't really happen until now. In New Who, I should say.
Yeah.
I have to say though, Georgia Tennant, she has not fucking changed one bit.
No.
Holy moly, man.
Yeah, she was in voiceover in the Dreamland as well.
And she's also been in Staged as well.
Oh, yes.
She has not changed at all, man. She's actually one of the funniest in Staged, I have to say. And she keeps dropping F-bombs. It's weird seeing her drop F-bombs because I seen her in this. And she's so kind of innocent and stuff in this. Ted, see, you're going to hurt yourself now, buddy. And I think you're doing it deliberately so you can cry and all of this stuff. Make me feel bad and stuff. I'm still streaming, buddy. So up on your chair. Look, you've got a special chair of your own. There you go. You sit there with your cushions and your pillows and stuff. I'm nearly finished now. Right. Right. So I am on doggy duty as well. But let's do this in the chat. So guys, in the chat, please give us your rating for this week's story. And we'll start with you first, PD Rich. If you'd like to
give this one a solid 9. I quite enjoyed this story. I think it was a good 2-parter. Had some good characters, and it was good to see Martha back. I like the Sontarans. I know some people don't like the design being dwarfs, but I kind of find it kind of apt. It's kind of like if you have a breakdown. You have genetic breakdown like they had in the Asgards and Stargate. It looks like the Sontarans have gone through this weird genetic breakdown and now dwarfish.
Right, well, you give it a 9. Charlie gives it an 8. Matthew gives it a 7. 8 out of 10. I'm actually going to be like PD Rich. I'm going to I'll probably give this. Yeah, I'd give this a 9. I actually enjoyed this a lot better.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't like the Sontaran design, but that doesn't distract away from good Sontarans. I mean, you
Yeah.
can have a bad design, but the Sontarans themselves can be actually good, and they were
Yeah.
very good in this story. Martha is brilliant yet again.
Yeah.
Donna, I mean, the growth from Donna's character in this again is brilliant. I think she's one of the most her and Martha Jones. I think Catch and Tate is popular. Don't get me wrong, but she's still an underrated companion, just like Martha Jones. And I don't, Rose always gets all the plaudits because she's the first companion, and I kind of get that. But she's not. She's not better than Donna, and she's definitely not better than Martha Jones.
Yeah.
No way. Daniel gives a 9 because he wants to marry Friedman.
She was great, and she was absolutely great.
She is she's brilliant, man, Daniel. And yeah, she's a good-looking woman. There's no denying that. I have to say, no denying that whatsoever. But we know you have a soft spot for old Martha. And Rob is going to give it an 8, but it's justice for Ross, who didn't even get a burial, just zapped by the Valiant. And Raymond Williams gives it 7. Do you know what? Because this is I've enjoyed this, but I don't want to. I'll do that video that I was going to do after this tomorrow instead. If that's all right with you guys, I just, I don't want to start.
When you're ready, buddy. When you're ready.
I don't want to get into a rap because I have a different take on this. I just want to make these fans aware
from what I heard of it, what I heard from behind the scenes was it was something he said about him going between before the beginning of Rose. He said they wanted to blow up the canon there. That's what I heard about.
He just said that if Doctor Who wants to survive, they need to explode canon.
Yeah.
So, but see.
Yeah, he was talking about the bit between Rose and about the bit just before Rose, where he's traumatic and just going on his own on these adventures. He wasn't referring to the whole of it; he was just referring to this little bit.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, right? It's an interesting take from the other side because they were hoping for a big, huge reaction from so-called not my doctors, right?
Yeah.
The reason why there isn't, and this is why I'm going to do the video, I have to let these people and educate them. See, you don't realise, and I keep saying this to you, that nobody gives a damn anymore. Paul Cornell and others have talked about destroying canon already. Now, whether Christopher Eccleston meant that or not, the fact that it didn't get the reaction that you all expected should actually worry you guys. Doctor Who's not popular anymore. And that's the will all be going at it. I don't care what Christopher Eccleston said, right? To be honest, probably what you've explained is probably exactly what he meant. But still, I don't care. We're used to hearing people coming out anyway and shitting on canon. So it's not a surprise that this one didn't get react. And then they tried to bait Jodie Whittaker into the camp. But if Jodie Whittaker said this, listen for a minute, right? Nobody cares what Jodie Whittaker has to say anymore because everybody knows that she's going to be gone. Nobody cares what she says anymore. We've lost interest in what Jodie Whittaker has to say as the Doctor or what the woman has to say herself. So again, if Jodie Whittaker come out with this rubbish, it'd be the same response that you get. Well, we're not surprised. Why would we be surprised by the Doctor that's the one that's playing the Doctor right now? That show has helped to destroy canon, supports the destruction of canon, right?
Yeah.
Fans wouldn't be surprised by that. So no, again, that's why there was no reaction. But the biggest issue is that you need to come to the realization now that it's over for Doctor Who. The fact that nobody's reacted to this should worry you guys.
Yeah.
And I'll explain why. I'll do the video tomorrow, but I'll explain why in the video tomorrow. Why I've decided to go down this route. I don't care what Eccleston said. Don't care what Paul Cornell said or anybody else said. We've covered it before. These people that have worked on Doctor Who in the past have come out recently and all said that canon should do this and do that. They're all reading off the same script that's been provided by the BBC.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not listening to them. We've heard it all before. So I'm sorry to disappoint all of those that were hoping that all of these so-called not my doctors were going to come out and complain about this. But the simple fact of the matter is fans don't give a flying fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Why should they? When the BBC and the Hurden production team don't respect the fans and don't respect Canon, why should we care? And we don't care anymore.
We're just getting ready to go back to the wilderness years again. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait another 5-10 years for someone else to come, bring the show back, make it good again, and we'll all support it again.
That's it. That's
just
it.
Here with our pocket watches, just looking at them. That's all we're doing.
So that's why nobody reacted. Nobody gives a crap anymore.
Exactly.
But I'll educate you all tomorrow on the other side, because you clearly are upset that nobody has complained. Listen, if you just want to complain, go ahead and complain, right? The fact is, we've done enough complaining. We don't care what comes out of Christopher Eccleston's mouth. We don't care what comes out of Jodie Whittaker's mouth. And we certainly don't care about former riders or people that were on the show talking about whatever when it comes to Canon. We've heard it all. Yeah. Anyway, the Timeless Child story arc, or Timeless Children story arc, anyway, it destroyed Canon in the first place. So, this is nothing new to us. So, you know what I mean? You need to kind of get over the fact that we didn't react. And that's where the angle I'm coming at it from. Because these people are actually surprised that nobody is giving out. Because they want us to react. Because this is the narrative that they give to everybody out there. That all of us that hate this show, us not my doctors, right? That's what they label us, right? We're toxic. So where was the toxicity from us? Why didn't we give out about this? It stunned them. Well, you should be stunned, because the people that you've been labeling not my doctors, unfortunately, are not my doctors, you idiots.
This is the problem. They're playing to a narrative.
20 people, right? The rest of the people that you've been calling not my doctors have been Doctor Who fans. And you know what? They finally had enough now and have decided to turn their backs. Because why should they support something, support the show and support the production team that tells them that they're nothing but shite for the last 3 years? Right? So your time is up. You ought to be very, very worried now. And you should be worried.
In the words of In the words of Malcolm Tucker, we're just going to stick our middle fingers up and say "fuckity bye." That's what we're going to do.
So you want to show to yourselves. So go ahead. You've got one more final year of the Jodie Whittaker era. You might keep Chris Chibnall. You might, but we won't be supporting him. We won't be supporting who. I'm not supporting him. I'm not. Yeah. I refuse to support the showrunner and his writing team when they're incompetent. And I'm not going to. And listen, people might say that this is arrogance and that I expect this. Yes, I do. I expect a certain standard, and Doctor Who hasn't reached that standard. So until it does, I'm not going to support Chris Chibnall. And Jodie Whittaker is gone, so I don't need to bring her into it. But I'm not going to support Chris Chibnall no longer. I will come out and I'll tell you, listen, at the end, if you write something good, which I have said, I will comment on, which I did think he did for the festive special. Yes, I had loopholes galore, plot holes galore, I should say. But there were still good moments in that. It was the best thing that he's written for Doctor Who since he took over. And that's saying a lot, because it's taken him fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
That's how long he's been in the job, by the way.
5 years for 3 seasons. It's like, that doesn't add up.
5 years, right? And he's produced 3 seasons, and he's basically decimated the rating. Right? That's not the standard. I'm sorry. If Doctor Who can't get what it got for The Woman Who Fell to Earth and maintain those between 11 and 9 million viewers a week, right? I don't mind if it goes down to 9 million viewers, but if it starts off at 11 and then drops to, that's to be expected. But if it doesn't maintain a 9 million viewership each week, like shows like Line of Duty can do, and other shows that have proven that the BBC produce can do, why can't Doctor Who? Well, you just need to look at the problems. But I'll explain all of this to you all tomorrow, Jodie stands, that we're disappointed that we didn't react to this. We don't give a flying crap anymore what comes out of Paul Cornell, Christopher Eccleston, or any other person that's worked on this show before in the past. If they start talking about canon, We do not care what they have to say.
Yeah, can't wait in 5 years' time when they're all going, we were only following the orders.
Yes, yeah, and exactly, that's all they were doing.
What
is
it's going to
following
be.
the orders.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've all seen it
yeah.
before.
We'll end up back in the 1930s again, and then we'll
Exactly.
say,
Exactly.
yeah. Roy, I'm going to leave it there anyway and say good night to you all. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Do you want me to plug?
And we'll I'll let you do that now. Just hang on.
I want to plug Captain Cockney Spox, but I want to put a word of warning. We're a bit spicy over there. If you could subscribe, that'd be great. But I do warn you, it's a bit like being in a pub, being on one of his live streams. It's a bit spicy. But
well, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
So go and check out our Cockney Spox channel. And as I said,
of course, if you could do Daniel as well.
I'd actually say this: it's for the mentally mature people.
Yeah,
mentally mature people. And why do I say that? Because if you're like half of these twats that are in the fandom and they go and check out the channel, they be offended by everything that he puts out there. So if you're
tough skin,
if you're mentally tough and stuff like that, and you can get a joke, and you know that people are not being serious, when they're having conversations, and you don't take it to heart, then that's the channel for you. Bit like mine, except they might be a little bit more edgy.
Edgy as hell.
Yeah.
I love it. Crockney's a great guy. He's just starting out.
Well, go check out that channel. Don't forget to check out Daniel's channel as well.
Yeah. Thanks again, Daniel, for last week. Appreciate it, mate.
Daniel has been, even though the situation is resolved, he was having a few issues last night. And I'm just going to say on this stream, and I will end with this. You go after Daniel, you cross the line in our side of the fandom. And I just want to make it clear that myself and others out there will protect Daniel at all costs. So if you go after him or come after him, you won't be dealing with Daniel. You'll be dealing with myself and others out there. I am not going to have you thinking that you can bully someone that you think is vulnerable. As I said last night, Daniel's smarter, more intelligent, and trust me, he can hold his own on this platform, but I'm not going to sit back and allow someone, whether it's a grown-ass woman or one of these little trolls out there, to come after him. End of. You cross the line when you go after Daniel. You go after Daniel, then you're basically declared in war on the rest of us. And I'm serious about that. And if you think I'm messing, trust me, I am not messing. You come after him, you have us all on your back.
You also mute point what you're trying to put, the message you're trying to get. If you know Daniel like we do, you mute point your message you're trying to get across. Not saying too much, but
Daniel
completely moot point.
All I'm just gonna say is leave him alone. And if you don't leave him alone, you'll be dealing with us. And that's not a threat, by the way. What I mean by dealing with us, I mean we'll expose your behavior and we'll make sure that you're reported. Yeah, we're not gonna have anybody attack anybody in this fandom that they perceive as vulnerable, because Daniel ain't. Trust me, Daniel's one of the strongest people we have in this fandom, and trust me, there is no better man to defend himself. But I'm not going to sit back and let that happen to him. No way. I've already told you, Daniel is a no-go. All right, you want to come after me, come after Lee, or anybody else in this fandom, you're more than welcome to do so. Yeah? You don't go after Daniel. Daniel's our friend.
Yeah.
Daniel is someone that we all admire, right? And works hard on his platform and works hard to keep away from all of this drama. And he can't even write a tweet up without people coming after him. So leave it out. And again, I will say to you people out there that do this kind of thing, retweet someone's tweet because you want people to pile on. I would say to you, remember, that has a negative impact on someone's mental well-being, and you should really, really, really think before you do something like that, because it's not nice. I know you don't care. I'm trying to reach out to you. I'm trying to see if there's any humanity behind any of you, but I'm being honest, you push people to the edge, and I've experienced it, so I know what I'm talking about. You push people to the edge, and he's have gotten away with it now
Yeah,
since.
but the thing I hate is when they push you to the edge and you finally fight, but is that you're the aggressor, not them. I hate that.
Exactly. But
Annoys the
that
hell out of
narrative
me.
is going to change. That narrative
Yeah.
is going to change. I'm going to do that stream over the next couple of weeks, as I said, because
Yeah.
I think it is important. And, you know, if there's any more incidents like I've seen last night, it's going to be called out. I'm going to ask people to report these people. We're not putting up with this anymore, right? We're not putting up with this anymore. Nobody like Daniel or me or PD or anybody out there should have to worry about what they post up on Twitter, what they say, or what they stream about, right? And for too long, we've been ducking and diving and not confronting this, right? These people do not control us, okay? They do not control the flow of information. They do not control what people say in this fandom. We've got to put that message across and make that clear, because these kids are getting too powerful. If they can get removed. So it's about time we started. Listen, we did in the early days, but then when all this shit with Chris Chibnall was happening, people lost faith. People lost the hunger to fight. I'm sorry, guys, but I think it's time to step up again. I think we need to be exposing all of this. I think we need to be stepping up to the plate. If we're not going to do it, who else is? And if we don't do it, Doctor Who's legacy is going to be destroyed. And let's be honest, even though we're not watching Doctor Who right now, some of us, well, some of us have decided not to watch. In fairness, is its legacy is worth protecting, though, isn't it? So let's start highlighting the behavior of these fans. Let's start showing the fandom how destructive these fans are, the behavior that they engage in that affects people like Daniel, myself, and others. And listen, all of this shit has affected me. I'm not going to sit here and say that it hasn't affected me and it bounces off me like bullets if I was Superman. This stuff does get to you. Of course it gets to you. You're constantly told that you're this, that, and the other. Trust me, that gets to you. So I know what I'm talking about, right? I've seen it affect me. And I know for a fact that all of this other rubbish is affecting other people out there. So I think it's important to highlight it.
Yeah.
And I know the Fandom Menace is busy with other stuff. So listen, I have a responsibility because I'm a YouTuber to use my platform to try do some good. So I'm going to highlight this whole issue because I think it deserves to be highlighted. So why I spoke about mental health, I think it's a very important issue, and this bullying does actually, it's all connected, and it needs to be spoke about. People need to share their experience because I'm done with this. I'm done with the way certain people out there.
I think we all are.
That we can be controlled. We're not going to be controlled no more. We're not going to check ourselves and watch what we want to write. If you have an opinion about something, right, and you're afraid to throw it up because you're afraid. Don't be afraid. Put it up. You have every right to put your opinion up, just like they have a right to put up their crap opinions, right? They could put up their opinions. You could put up your opinions. If they can get a chance to say what they want to say, you can have that very same chance. Don't ever let any of these people tell you that you don't have equal opportunity or an equal say, because you do, right? They talk about equality and all of this, but they're not about equality. They're about shutting us out, and it's all about them. Well, let's make it about equality, and let's highlight all of these issues and show who the real bad side of this fandom actually is. Jesus Christ, 5 years we've taken the dirt in this fandom, all of us. We've all been labelled, tarnished, slandered, right? People have went as far as set up fake accounts to slander you.
Yeah, puppet accounts.
Even set up fake accounts to fake evidence and then present it as if it's you that's done this, right?
I'll tell you what, that fake evidence would not see the light of day in a courtroom.
Evidence with fake accounts and then tell people, oh, this is no from the third zone, without actually providing real evidence of that. But these idiots swallow it time and time again. So listen, I'm going to stop now because I'm going to let PD Rich do what he has to do, and I'm going to look after the doggy and get something to eat into me as well. But listen, as I said, over the next, that'll be 2 weeks, we'll do that stream. So get in contact with me if you have a story to tell. We don't want to come online. Let me know. Share your experience and I'll read it out. For you guys then that are willing to come on, obviously is the closer the stream gets, so I will let you know what day it's on, and we'll get this we'll get it going, and we'll see who comes on, and we'll go from there. But we'll be back obviously. What day is it today? I don't even know what day it is. It's
Monday, I think.
It's
Easter Monday.
It's Easter Monday. Right, so we'll be back on Wednesday anyway. So I'll see you then. But listen, stay safe. Enjoy our week and happy Easter to everybody. I know it's the last day now, so I might as well say happy Easter. Happy Easter to you all. I hope you've had a great weekend. No, we wouldn't have been able to do much, but still, plenty of Easter eggs, I suppose. But there you go. I'm off the chocolate. So
actually, there's a shortage at the moment. Shortage of Easter eggs.
Jesus, I say the bleeding is, man. Do you know what? It was probably the parents, right? They've had the kids in lockdown, right, for the whole year. It just says, listen, kids, here you go. Here's 2 black sacks, right? You're starting to come out of that room. Here, just stuff yourselves with Easter eggs and play video games. Mommy and Daddy are having an Easter break.
Yeah.
I could imagine some parents actually doing that so they get away from the kids for the day.
Yeah.
Right, PD has to head. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody and leave you with the channel trailer. So PD, you can fly off now because I know you're busy. Well, listen,
thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you next week, hopefully.
Sure thing. I'll let you know in advance if it goes horribly wrong again.
Yeah, not a bother.
I'll do it by email because you get it sooner.
Not a bother. Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
That's all right. Thanks for having me again. Appreciate it.
Yeah, not a bother. Listen, you look after yourself.
You too, my friend.
I'll see you later.
See ya.
And to everybody else in the chat, I just want to say good night to you all. And as I said, have a wonderful weekend and look after yourselves. So I'll have that video tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow when I get up, and then I'll premiere it. And then, I'm sure that's going to cause a little bit of a debate. But there you go. Listen, it needs to be highlighted. I'm going to highlight it because I think it is stupid that they are actually expecting a reaction. We've been telling them for months that Doctor Who is done, that nobody cares, but they still don't seem to get it. But we'll do that stream and we'll clarify the situation. Nobody gives a crap what Eccleston said. Right, good night, folks. Here's the new Who trailer. Talk to you soon. Smash that like button. Don't forget to share as well. And if you haven't subscribed to the Tarda Zone, please do so. Don't believe all of the things that you hear about this channel. We're not toxic. We just give our opinions, and unfortunately, that is a dangerous occupation nowadays. You're labeled all sorts of things, from failed people out there that set up YouTube channels and think that they're a personality. So sorry, I couldn't resist that little pop because that little muppet was the one that was there. Oh, Jodie Whittaker said that should be crucified. Listen, nobody gives a crap, right? And just because you want to, drum up on this narrative that we're all toxic. Nobody's buying it anymore, you clown. Right, good night, folks. Have a good one. Thank you.